What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Climate Update for Wednesday, August 16th, 2023. We have record-breaking heat that has been continuing in the West Coast, and to make matters worse, take a look at satellite here. Let's just start off with that. You can see here some haze that's in the northwest. Yes, yet again, wildfire smoke has entered the picture, not only in the northwest, but also just north of the Great Lakes and even parts of the Great Lakes down into the Ohio Valley. So that's something to be concerned about. And with that wildfire smoke in the northwest, we'll have to watch to see if that comes southeast at all. Look at this system right here. We do have this trough that's coming in. There could be some potential severe weather with that. So it is a weather headline. Then we look down here in the southeast. You can see that boundary that was supposed to stall. It did just that. There's some shower and thunderstorm activity over Florida today. And in the Four Corners region and the southwest, that's an area we're going to have to pay attention to. You have some scattered showers and thunderstorms today, but that's just an appetizer for what could be coming down the line. Taking a look here at the Weather Service, you can see not as many excessive heat warnings and advisories. You have them in Pacific Northwest. You have them down in Texas. You're not seeing them in Florida because the clouds and showers, that's keeping your temperatures down a little bit today. Let's do a quick tour of radar. You can see here, Florida, numerous showers and thunderstorm activity today. Even off the coastal areas of the Carolina, do have a few showers up in New England today. And then we come over here to Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, Nevada, even portions of California. Showers and thunderstorms today. Then we come up here to Minnesota. We do have this front coming through today. All right, taking a look at air quality, as you can see in the Pacific Northwest. It'll come up eventually. Up in the Northwest, yeah, really concerning air qualities. And that's from that plume of wildfire smoke that's not necessarily elevated. It is making it down to the surface. So that's something we're concerned about. The hope is it does not spread east, but with this trough coming down, it could. There's already a couple concerning areas from Tennessee on back into the eastern portions of the Great Lakes into Canada. That's concerning as well. All right, let's take a look at the Storm Prediction Center for today. We can also take a look at yesterday's storm reports. Yesterday, there were 238 storm reports, with one tornado reported in South Texas. Today, there is the slight risk of severe weather across portions of the upper Midwest and western portions of the Great Lakes. Small tornado potential. Wind potential is the greatest risk, as is there is a hail risk that's also 15% as well. The tropics, we do have two code oranges now in the Atlantic and one code yellow down in the Gulf of Mexico. Let's take a look at infrared satellite. You can see here we do have a couple systems out here in the Atlantic now that we need to keep our eye on. And now taking a look at the latest modeling, there is something I want to show you here. As you can see, that trough does come through into the northeast. That's actually going to bring some cooler weather, and it's also going to help kick this stalled boundary in the south further to the east. There'll still be some shower activity in Florida, but then you look into the Pacific, and you can see here this system that comes up here. Look what happens ahead of it. You almost get what you would call a pre. In the east, we would call it a predecessor rainfall event. In other words, a rainfall event ahead of a system. This system does come up. It weakens as it comes up, but look what happens on the west coast. You get very heavy rainfall, even into California. So yes, you're going to get some very heavy rainfall. And after that, we're looking at a quiet period. Now, going into next week, it's really going to be quiet across much of the country, as you can see here. How much rainfall are we expecting in the southwest? It's going to be pretty significant. Anywhere from 3 to 5 inches of rain. There could be localized areas of 5+ inches of rain. This is, in some cases, like California, that could trigger some rainfall records and be historical for this time of the year. So it's something that we're going to really have to watch, because there could be flooding with this. Look in southern Florida and much of Florida. Very wet for you because of that stall boundary. I would say the wettest is going to be down closer to Miami. From Orlando on southward, it's going to be wettest with 2 to 4 inches of rain. You're seeing here on the Gulf Coast of Florida. Yes, that's like localized 5 inches plus. You do have a little bit of weather activity in the Northeast, but overall, much of the country is quiet and dry. Let's take a look at the latest update from the Climate Prediction Center, which just came in. And you can see here the axis of the heat is going to be in the south on through the plains, slightly below average temperatures in the west, where you're going to have that wet pattern that sets up over the weekend and into next week, and below average in the northeast. How about we go to the 8 to 14 day outlook? Look at this. Below average in the northeast, slightly below average in California and Nevada, and above average. It's going to continue in the south. I think some records will likely be broken. And let's take a look at precipitation. Well above average precipitation in the west, and you can see in the south. Look at this. Below average precipitation for the mid sections of the country, slightly above in the northeast, and on the 8 to 14 day outlook, continuing to be wet in the west, below average in the Tennessee Valley. That's where the axis of that's going to be. Slightly above average in the northeast, slightly above average in the southeast. So you can see here, generally a quiet pattern with exceptions to the west coast. And then, of course, in the long range, let's go back to the tropics for a second. In the long range, we're going to watch both of these systems. I think right now, they look like they're systems that are going to recurve. But you know what? You never know. It's getting to be the most active time of the year for the tropics. So we start to pay attention a little bit more. Alrighty, that's just a quick climate update today. We will likely, hopefully, have another one again tomorrow with more updates on that potential flooding event that could make headlines out on the west coast. I will see you all again next time. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe to my channel down below. If you know anyone that wants to see the latest climate or weather data, by all means, share this video with them. I'll see you all again next time, and thanks for watching. Have a great day, everyone.